Hello and welcome back to another video. Now I need to start addressing this rear wall. Thinking of extending the half wall across here. Got to figure out where the pipe work's going to go, where the taps are going to go. But before I do that, we've got to fill this void behind with some limecrete. Now it's especially important that I use limecrete in this area. If I didn't and I used a cement based product, more often than not it would trap in moisture. Now this wall on the exterior, on the outside, is underground, so it's especially important that I control the moisture into the building, and lime will allow it to evaporate, so there won't be no build up of dampness. So we let that stand for about 15 to 20 minutes. So adjust the amount of water I need to put in, give it another mix, and then that'll be ready to go. It pays to have two on the go as well. But not too much because it does set, especially in this weather. So after a bit of time, go in there, check it again. It'll amalgamate, very important when using lime. What you're aiming for is all of the aggregate, the sand, the gravel, all gets coated with the lime. Its characteristics are a little bit different from cement, so you have to bear that in mind with your project. Certainly more weather sensitive. Now the main purpose of this retaining wall, although I've tied it in with the design of the sink and everything else, the main purpose is to provide some resistance against the force from the earth outside. Now, I've already started to build up the layers there. So what we're going to do is fill it up with limecrete up to the top level here. This is all tied and locked together. That's why I was keen to use this heavy granite sink, because it provides additional resistance and force against the outdoor elements. So it was well thought through all this. Okay, let's get some limecrete in there. Fill them voids up. Such a good feeling knowing that as I'm filling it up, it's going into all the voids and holes at the base of the wall, really, you know, making it a lot stronger and locking it all together. You have to assess the moisture content of the substrate, whatever you're putting it onto. I've just got to create a little bit of shuttering down here. That should do it. Oh, sounds like it's raining. Wasn't forecast, as usual. Comes from nowhere. Right, let's make sure I haven't got anything left out. It's a guaranteed way to make it rain, is put something outside that shouldn't be out here, apart from my dry mix. Right, hurry up and get that inside. think over the last year I've spent most of my adult life mixing up. Ooh, getting the hang of it now though. And because it's quite a big void there, I'm going to incorporate some of this rebar in there just to stiffen it up. Okay, so that's all infilled now, that back void. Still got some pockets here, but I'm not going to fill them right up to the top because when I've got some leftover mortar, lime, I'll just fill them up. So that's a good way of using it up. Whew, I won't mind telling you, I'm glad that that's done now, because in the 90+ degree heat, it's not very pleasant. But nevertheless, it's done. Whew. Okay, so what I'll do is keep an eye on the moisture, because this is all dry now, so what that will do, that will pull the moisture out of there, so we don't want that drying too quick. So I will give it a good dousing with the water sprayer. Probably do it for a week or so, just monitor, you know, the level. You'll see the dark patches and stuff when you're doing it. I use this for myself. Maybe I should be building a swimming pool. So if you're doing any new work with lime and it's touching old existing work, it does pay to keep that wet, because as we just discussed, that will pull a lot of the moisture out, because that's its job, that's what it does. And we'll just keep that nice and damp, but not soaking. All depends on the weather conditions. Also bear in mind that if you're sweating and you're using lime, even the dust settles on you, that can cause you some burns as well. So just have some water close by. Always have a hose, water bottle, especially if you get it in your eyes. Should wear gloves and glasses, and definitely a mask, which I do. Only remove it for recording. Safety first. So what the plan is now is to stud work this rear wall off. Don't forget we're going with the half wall across here first, and then we'll extend it right the way up. Got to factor in pipe work, cables. This side here, I'll probably make a box so that all the pipe work and ducting and things can go up through there, so it's not in plain sight. Now you have to grade your timber, because sometimes they're like bananas. Those ones we'll cut up into smaller sections, just looking for one straight piece. Can be a challenge. Take measure. Now, for obvious reasons, I've removed the glass panels. That's the base rail. Now what I have to factor in is the pipe work and the taps coming up. I haven't got the taps for the sink yet, so I have to kind of factor in quite a few possibilities, because if I come across some really nice taps that come straight out the wall, then I'll change my design. You know, as you know, I source a lot of the things from antique shops, yard sales, and just anywhere I see something interesting. That's why sometimes I change my mind on some of these design elements. I find something and I think, okay, well, I've got to factor that in now. Just makes it a bit more interesting for me, and, you know, hopefully for you. Now, you haven't always got to be so rigid and stuck in your designs. Just have a bit of creativity. Just put an angle bracket and tacked it into place till I'm happy for its final location, and then I'll fix it securely. Now, I think it's extremely important that you learn how to use hand tools. I know modern day living, we've all got electric, cordless, battery, you name it. But what happens when you run out of power? I think it's good to have the basic set of tools and equipment. Come rain or shine, ain't going to let you down. Maybe I'll do some reviews on some tools and put a video together on some of the essentials that you should have. That might be helpful. Let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. For those that don't know, on a saw, this angle here is exactly 90 degrees, so I'll cut something straight, offer it up. There you go. Yeah. So I've left a gap here, should I need to bring round any pipes or cables through here, pipes up for the sink. So that's our half wall running all the way around across there. Now I wish to panel out and insulate the top of that wall, so what we'll probably do is that will be the base sole plate of the next one that goes up. I'll run another one on the underside of the floor joist, just down there. And what this will do, it'll allow me to finish my tiles, splashback. I can put a shelf on there, and then it drops back, and then we go up again. That makes sense. Maybe I'll illustrate. So we'll have studs coming there, and then again we'll set back and they'll run up, and there'll be another one underneath floor joist like so, and that way we can insulate, run cables and lighting and all stuff like that. And we just finish it off. I'll cut that one off as well. Now for that fantastic piece that I bought the other day. Well, there's two pieces, so I'll go and get them and show you. I'm not even sure it's going to come into this cottage. Maybe we'll keep it in our cottage. I just thought I'd share it with you. Fantastic piece, eh? Got this at an antique there. I've also got the matching tureen. Isn't that lovely? Yep, matching pair. Not quite sure what the pattern's called. Castles, fleur-de-lis on there. Maybe Spode, I'm not quite sure. I don't think so, but I'm not an expert on blue and white. I just know it looks nice. I've just got to look out for a nice spoon or a ladle for this matching pattern. So, yep, if anyone sees one, let me know. Okay, that is it for this video. I'm off to the timber merchants. Hopefully to get some more wood, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.